Morning. I wanted to give y'all an idea of what it's like to change or just to work on your truck while you're living on the road full time. Today I'm going to be doing an oil change and then doing both the fuel filters on a 4th gen Cummins.
What is Ted doing?
Probably homesick. Closest thing he can find to a Dodge Ram.
The front one's your fuel filter, the back one's your the fuel water separator. So we're going to be doing that. I'm also going to be putting on a new water and fuel sensor because I've been having some issues with mine, so I'm hoping this fixes it. So come along and kind of show you how it's done. Yeah, let's do it. We're actually staying at a harvest host right now, so I'm actually in the middle of a big old field about to work on this. Well, it's actually, he's got sites, but we're pretty much in a big old field, so I'm not really worried about spilling any oil or fuel. I shouldn't, just in general, but if I do, it shouldn't be a big deal. Maybe a little windy out here too, but I'm going to show y'all kind of what all you need for doing the job too. So I got everything split up. Stuff to do the oil. This is the stuff to do the fuel filters. So 12 quarts, 15 W40, your funnel, your filter wrench. This is an oil plug. This helps a lot with just not spilling any oil once you get the oil filter loose from the engine. Mopar filter MO 285. And then as far as fuel filters go, I've actually got the Docks fuel filters. That's what I've ordered the past few times. Also got a little container here for catching diesel fuel. Got a pair of channel locks. This is the extension I use to get the fuel filter housing off. Little screwdriver to get the fuel out of your housing. This will be my new water and fuel sensor. It's a Dorman. I got it off Amazon. It's a 904462. So I wanted to correct my mistake. This is your fuel water separator for the rear. It's Docks DGF 410, and then this is the fuel filter for the front, which is DGF 401. That's all we need. And then I got a bucket there to catch the old oil. So get your trash bag close by. That way you can throw all your old stuff away. And also with our old oil, I'm gonna take my funnels and I'm gonna put it back into these containers here, and I'm gonna run them to AutoZone. They take up to, I think it's 5 gallons a day, so I'll just be taking 3 gallons. So, but they take it for free and they dispose of it for you. All right, we're into the truck. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm a little out of breath here. This elevation's getting to me a little bit. So under the truck, first thing we'll do is drain this old oil out. So there's your oil pan. I can't remember the actual part number on this one. I'll see if I can find it and link it, but man, it makes oil changes so much easier. The easy drain oil plug. I feel like a cup of coffee is a must too if it's early in the morning. All right, next step, y'all, is to get the oil filter off out of the housing. Right there. God dang, brother.
God dang!
What a dilemma. Trying to get this oil filter off that the last guy had to put on there with brute force. Just don't do that. Why would you do that?
Huge debacle. But we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, wow.
Had to bring out the big guns here. When I say this oil filter was on tight, I mean, this is the tightest oil filter I've ever pulled off. I've been working on this for an hour. Rich has been out here with me for like 20 minutes. We finally got it. This is the plug I told y'all about, to where you don't spill all your oil.
Hey, Cummins, do better. Don't put the filter in there like that.
You twist this on, if you can see me, and then voila, not a drop of oil spilt.
Yeah, but if you didn't have it in there like that, Cummins, you wouldn't need that thing. Jeez.
God dang.
Unreal. With this thing, dude.
Huh?
You can't with this thing buried in there the way it is. Golly.
Got the new filter. Let's put it in. I'm gonna not put it in as hard as it was put in before. I'm gonna hand tighten this bad boy. Next step, put the oil in. We're gonna put in 3 gallons, 15W40. Next, what we'll do is save the old oil so we can make sure to dispose of it properly. Next, we will crank it up, make sure we got some oil pressure, and then we will reset the oil filter life. There we go. Got some oil pressure. She cranking up. All right, now let's reset it. So the truck actually has to be just in the, you just turn the key to the run position. You don't want your truck to actually be cranked, is what it just told me. So let's retry that again. Use your buttons here. Scroll down, down, down. And then we will hold, you can see it right there. Gonna hold this button. And it's been reset. All right, oil change done. Moving on to the next. It is fuel filters. Let's do it. So we're under the truck now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set a bottle down here. I've got a fuel hose that I attached to the bottom of the front fuel filter housing. It's right below the front diff. So it's right here. And here, let's see if I can pull it a little more. Here it is. So I've actually got it zip tied up, but this just makes it easier so fuel doesn't get literally everywhere. So I'm going to cut my zip tie and then run this fuel line a little down and set my bottle to it, and then I'll go to the top and show you how to empty that housing. Running down into the bottom. We're in the engine bay now. This, a little hard to see, this right here, that's your fuel filter housing, and there's a petcock. It should be yellow. I'll point to it down here. Right there. You're gonna put a Phillips head screwdriver on it, and then you're gonna do it counterclockwise just a little bit, and then the fuel will start coming out the bottom, going into my fuel hose, into the jug that I have sitting on the ground. Tad, let's see. There we go, I hear it. You can see it. Dripping down into the bottle. So, in the engine bay here, and I want to show y'all kind of what my setup is for getting this fuel filter housing off. It's plastic, so you just want to be careful with it. So, here's what I've got. I'll show you. So, this is 1 1/8" sockets, 1/2 inch, and then I've got 2 long extensions, about yay big, and then my 1/2 inch here. I'm gonna put it all together. I'll show you what it looks like. That's what we got, and I'll show you how I put it, where I put it too. put it down behind your electrical harness there, and then I'm keeping it as straight as possible to put it on top of that filter housing, and we're going to see if we can get it off. Be careful with it. So do your best to keep any dirt or anything from getting in there. So here's the filter. It's kind of got a little vacuum to it, so you may have to get 2 hands down there just to pop it out. But once you pop it out, it's easy as just pulling it out. And I can feel that there's a little bit of fuel still in it, so I'm just letting it drip out. Fuel filter out. Let's go grab the new one. And don't forget the rubber O-ring gasket too in your new kit. Let's chunk it. I'm gonna take a little pair of needle nose pliers and pull that little O-ring off so we can replace it with a new one. You can probably see it right there. But put your new gasket back on, and then we'll put our new filter in. Here's our new filter. There's only one way it can go. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of oblong. And that's how the hole is in the middle to hold the filter. So let's put that back in. There you go. The plastic filter housing, and then we're gonna tighten it up. Just gonna snug it up and just don't overdo it since it's plastic. And don't forget to take your screwdriver and tighten that petcock clockwise. Just tighten it all the way. That way you don't have fuel all over the ground as soon as you start your truck. Now we are on the rear of the truck. We are at the rear diff here. You can see behind my head. Turning it around. This is your water and fuel separator. So it's got a sensor on it, and I'll actually be replacing this today, but I'll have it on the table to do that. But what we'll do is we're going to drain this first. It's got a petcock on it too, right here. We're going to turn it counterclockwise with a bottle under it. That way we can catch all that fuel. And I'll show you too. You just unplug your sensor here. There you go. And I'm gonna close that petcock back, put the top on the spot so I don't spill diesel fuel everywhere. Got our water and fuel separator here laid out on the table. I'm going to walk you through how to get your new fuel filter ready to go, put back on the truck. Okay. Perfect. Magic.
See what happens when you let a northern boy do it? All that struggling.
Oh boy!
Golly, got stuff everywhere.
So what we just did was we put one of the band clamps on it. I guess that's what you call that?
It's a filter wrench.
Some kind of filter wrench.
It's a filter wrench.
Put a filter wrench on it, right? And then we used a big pair of channel locks and went opposite direction with it. This is actually the old sensor, the one I've been having problems with. So I'm gonna save it just in case the new one doesn't work. But that's how you get it off.
Just need a little ingenuity, the real deal.
Here's new fuel filter. Two new gaskets. So we'll screw it into the bottom here. We don't have to use this one because this piece already had one on it, so I'm gonna save it. But we will use this big gasket. It's gonna sit right there. And now just to go put it on the truck, plug it back in. All right, fuel filter's done. Now is to prime the system and then we will reset the fuel filter life on them. What you do to prime it, you're gonna put your key in and you'll turn it to the run position. Some people say to do it like 3 to 5 times. I do it like 20. So here's just an example. Put the key in, let it prime up, because you're trying to fill the water and fuel separator in the back, and you're filling your front fuel filter. Let's start her up. Check for some leaks. Wanted to add, because I forgot to do it a minute ago, I need to reset this. So put the key into run to position. See it there? We'll use our buttons down here. And it says to reset it by holding that button. We are going to drop off that used motor oil at the AutoZone. Let's go do it. They accept up to 5 gallons in a day. We got 3, so let's go see if we can get it taken care of. Dump. Success. I also asked if I could throw away the bucket I used to actually drain the oil. I'm just gonna chunk it here while he said I was allowed to. So let's grab it out. She's purring good. Thank y'all for tuning in to that little tutorial slash maintenance on the truck. No lights on the dash. We got an oil change done. We got both fuel filters done, and we got a new water and fuel sensor put on. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all on the next one.